Good day, class. My name is Mrs. Ndoka Hope Adobe. I'm your basic science teacher. You can see on the board this topic for JSS1, renewable and non-renewable energy. That is what we'll be focusing on today. The specific objective of this class will be at the end of this topic, every student will be able to explain the term renewable and non-renewable energy. B, mention the examples of renewable and non-renewable energy. C, list five advantages and disadvantages of renewable and non-renewable energy. All right, let's go over to the topic, renewable and non-renewable energy. What is it? Here is the definition. Renewable energy resources are those energy resources that can be replaced naturally as they are used. They are continually replaced and therefore are always available and inexhaustible. What are we trying to say? Renewable energy are those energy that can easily be replaced after use. They can easily be used. And when you use them, you can easily find them. Examples are, we have examples of renewable energy resources, and they are solar energy. They are solar energy, wind energy, water energy. Here, for example, is a solar battery. You can see it is a solar battery that comprises a solar cell. With this, you can see that this solar battery taps its energy from the sun and it can be converted to electricity. This is an example of renewable energy. Once used, after use, when recharged, you can use it in your house when there is no light and see through 2 to 3 days. You can bring it outside again and recharge it. It's an example, a good example of renewable energy. Then the wind energy is the energy that comes from the wind, and the water energy is that which comes from the water. Now we have non-renewable energy. Non-renewable energy resources are those energy resources that cannot be replaced as they are used. They are depleted and cannot be replenished. In other words, non-renewable energy resources are exhaustible and does not last forever. Examples are solid fuel, which is coal. We have liquid fuel, which is crude oil. We have gaseous fuel, our natural gas, and the nuclear energy. Here is an example of the crude oil. You can see it is a dark, viscous liquid. With this, when refined, from this crude oil you get, this is the petroleum, the crude oil. I know most of you students have not seen it before. You can open it and show you how it looks like. You can see it. You see it is very dark. So when this is being refined, from here you get your petrol, you get your kerosene, you get your natural gas, you get your gasoline and your bitumen from only this simple substance. And they cannot be replaced. Why? Because they are hardly obtained. You can't get them easily. It takes millions of years before you can get it. Why? Because they are being gotten by the decomposition of plants and animals, dead plants and animals that has been dead for a very long years. Bacteria will act on them and now convert them to this. So it takes millions of years before this can be gotten. That is why when finished, it cannot be easily gotten. So this is non-renewable energy. While the solar energy, the solar battery which I showed you, is an example of renewable energy. Why? Because it can be easily gotten after used. Once you use it, you easily get it back. While the petroleum, once you use it, it can easily get it back. I hope you understand the difference now. Alright, just like I mentioned the examples of non-renewable energy. Here are the advantages of renewable energy. One, in the presence of sunlight, green plants manufacture their food through the process of photosynthesis. We all know how green plants manufacture their own food. You know that if there is no sunlight, there will be no food for man to eat, which will be produced by the plant. So the plants use their food. So the plants use the light to produce their food. The same light is what we use in our solar energy, solar batteries. Number two, solar energy is used to dry up food substances, fish, pepper, clothes, etc. In some areas, in some countries, they practically dry their food with solar energy. For example, we all eat stockfish. You know your stockfish that you eat, most of them are being dried with solar energy. Number three, solar cell. Solar cell trap and convert energy from the sun into electrical energy. I showed you here that we put this in the sun. When you put it in the sun, you take it out to the sun, it traps the sun into the solar cell. Through it, it's being converted to electricity, which when you on it, you can see through and read your book and do other things that you want to do when it is dark. Number four, wind energy turn the wind turbine to generate electricity for home, offices, and etc. Our turbines that generate electricity. In my area where I come from, we use turbine. And what helps this turbine to generate electricity is the wind. When the wind comes in, it helps the turbine to generate electricity. Number five, hydroelectric power plant generate electricity from the kinetic energy of moving water. When you hear of hydro, we are talking about water, the water that we drink. It can give you what? Energy. So when this water is moving, kinetic movement, when it's moving through the dams, it generates what? Electricity. Now, advantages of non-renewable energy. Number one, petrol, diesel are used to drive cars and heavy-duty engines respectively. We all know our fuel, which we go to the filling station to buy. Every one of us use fuel in our houses. Our daddy use fuel in our car, in their cars, which they used to come and drop you all in the school. Even those that enter taxi and bus, the bus use fuel. Some of those buses use what? Diesel. So you use it without the fuel and the diesel. These cars cannot be powered to come and drop you in the school. Maybe you would have been walking down, and by the time you get to the gate, you know what will happen to you. So, Quota is a dark substance. It's also gotten from this petroleum after refining. The last substances of it is the quota. It's dark. You may have seen it during construction of the road. When they are constructing the road, you may have seen quota. They use it to construct our road. Number three is coal, natural gas are used in cooking and other industrial uses. Most of us in our homes, we use gas. The gas there is what? The natural gas. When you hear about gas, it's that natural gas that your mom is using to cook in the cylinder. Number four, it can be used in generating electrical energy in power stations. Number five, it can be used in the manufacturing companies. Disadvantages of non-renewable energy. One, scarcity of fuel results to much suffering by the people. When there is no fuel in the environment, in the community, in the society, everyone tends to suffer because you will trek down to school, there will be no light, maybe for the turbines to generate their light, there will be no light in the generator. So you see a lot of people suffering. That is why when those days that you see that there is no fuel in the filling station, everybody will be lamenting because people are doing what? Suffering. Number two, oil spillage destroy communities and farmland, resulting to poor yield of crop. When there is an oil spillage, what is an oil spillage? It's the breakage of pipes. These pipelines, there is what we call pipelines. These pipelines, the pipes are planted in a certain area connecting from one station, flowing station company to another. This oil, they go through the pipes. So when there is a breakage in the pipelines, oil goes out. When this oil goes out from that pipes is called what? Oil spillage. So when they come out from this pipe, they tend destroying our communities and our farm land. Number three, oil spill on the water kill aquatic animals and plants due to oxygen starvation. When the oil spills and get into the rivers, the ocean, the pond, the stream, in our communities, you find out that our aquatic organisms, aquatic animals die. Why? Because oil go to the water and it's like a clothing on top of the water. When it comes in that situation, oxygen will not be able to penetrate into the water for the aquatic organisms to have air to breathe, so thereby causing death in the lives of our aquatic animals. Number four, misuse of non-renewable energy may lead to accidents and destruction of properties. When you don't use your fuel properly, which is highly flammable, it can cause accidents. That is why you don't need to light up the light near the fuel. No, you don't do that. You don't carry your fuel and put inside your kitchen because it is misuse. You're not putting them at the right place. You will thereby causing explosion. Everybody will just die. The house will explode. The properties will explode. Human beings will die. Haven't you heard or watching the television when you see the tankers exploding? Something may have happened. So it is very, very important for we or all of us, you and I, tell your mommy, tell your father, your friends, your peer groups, to always use this fuel properly because they are very, very flammable. They can cause accidents. They can destroy the properties and your land, your farm, wherever they touch. All right, having discussed the advantages and disadvantages of renewable and non-renewable energy, here is energy and the society. How has the energy impacted on the society? This is what we want to talk about now. Energy generation, especially electricity, is very important in all aspects of human life. Heating and lighting homes, cooking food in our society, manufacturing and packaging industries such as cement, steel, and roofing sheets. Energy has helped in these various aspects of life. In our heating, in our cooking, in generating electricity, in our industries, in the manufacturing industries, in the packaging. I must tell you that without electricity, no company can package. You need electricity to package your food. For example, we all know spaghetti that we eat, the pure water that we drink. You need your electricity to package them. Without electricity, I don't think any company or any industry can carry out packaging effectively. Energy resources like petrol and diesel are fuel for cars and vehicles used to transport people, raw materials, and agricultural products from one place to another. We use fuel, diesel, just as I told you earlier, explained that we use fuel and diesel to transport ourselves from our various homes to school. The same thing implies to our agricultural products, our commodities, goods and services. Without transportation, without our vehicles, without our cars, using fuel and diesel, we cannot move them from one place to the other. Our marketers won't carry them on their head. So they need the cars, and they can need what? The fuel, in order to carry it from one place to the other. The fan that we use, the ceiling fan, and the table fan that we use in our various homes, the air conditioner can be powered by electricity. Without electricity, you cannot power your fan and your air conditioner, whether it is the electricity generated by fuel or the one generated by the solar energy. They are all energy. They are coming from renewable and non-renewable energy. That is it. Welders, both industrial and roadside welders ones, need electricity to weld leaking oil pipes, construct oil tanks, and repair damaged machines. Manufacturing of textile and household materials, farm implements, and printing and publishing materials in the society has been enhanced by energy in the society. Just like I told you earlier, that the pipes in the pipeline, they can break and cause what? Oil spillage. We need light. The welders need light to be able to weld them in case there is any leakage. The tankers, the welders need light to construct them. The welders need light to produce the various things that they need to produce. The manufacturing textile companies, the household materials, the farm implements, the printers, the publishers, those that publish the book that you read, your textbooks, your notebooks, they need light. Your ICT department in the school here, you see, there is always light there. So energy has really enhanced everything that we do in the society. That is what we are talking here in energy and society. So a recap of what we have learned so far, which is renewable and non-renewable energy. We said that renewable energy are those energy that can easily be replaced, and we said example are the solar energy, the wind energy, the water energy, the hydroelectricity. Then we talk about the non-renewable energy, those that cannot be renewed. They cannot be replaced. It takes a very long time. It takes millions of years before they can be what? Renewed. Why? Because they take years before they can be decomposed under this earth. They treat them. I showed you the petroleum, which is the crude oil, as my instructional material, which I showed you. It takes years before they can be produced. That is non-renewable energy. So that renewable energy, as an advantage, it helps in light. We use the light as electricity for our television, for our radio. We use it in heating. We use it in cooking. That is our renewable energy. That is through the solar energy. We use it to dry up our food stock. We use it to can our food. We use it to dry up clothes. I mentioned that we also use the solar energy in drying up our fish. One of a brand of our fish, which is stockfish, that most of our mommies use at home to cook. Talked about the solar cell, which traps energy from the sun and convert it into electricity, which we use in seeing road when there is no light, the electrical light in the house. And we went further to explain about the examples of non-renewable energy. Talk about the fuel, the diesel. Say we use it to power up our stations. The turbines, we use them to power them up, so on and so forth. Those are the things that we discuss. We discuss about the disadvantages of non-renewable energy, and we said that scarcity of fuel cause what? Long time suffering. When there's no fuel in the society, you see people trekking, and it takes only those that have the energy, that have stamina, that can trek from one place to another. You see people struggling to get vehicle to come to school. That is why most times when there is no fuel around, you come to school late. And you know definitely when you come to school late, will flog you. Why? Because you have violated. These are some of the reasons why the students come to school late, because there is no car to bring them to the school, because there is no fuel. And when you misuse the fuel, it can also lead to what? Explosion in the homes. It can lead to accident, home accident, domestic accident, burning, destroying of farmland, destroying of the environment, of the properties that has been built with so much money. So these are some of the disadvantages of a non-renewable energy. So those are the things that we discussed. We went further to explain about the energy and the society. We said that the energy has benefited the society in the sense that energy has empowered man. Energy has made us to travel from one place to another because of our fuel. Energy has made us, help us to carry our food, our commodities, our agricultural products from one place to another. It has also helped the publishers, it has helped the printers, it has helped everyone. You can iron your clothes, your uniform in the house and look decently because you have light at home. And this light is what? Energy. So that energy has given a lot of us job in their various companies. Energy has empowered people. Packaging of food. Most of the food that we eat today are being packaged. What has helped us is energy. So energy has enhanced the environment, it has enhanced the society by giving us room to upgrade ourselves to a higher quality. So therefore, that comes to our assignment, and number one of the assignment is state 5 implications of misuse of non-renewable energy. 5 implications. What are those implications that may result when you misuse your non-renewable energy? You all know the examples, what that are the non-renewable energy. Number 2, describe how energy generation has negatively affected quality of life in the society. Here comes the end of this class. Thank you very much, and I hope this topic will enhance you as you take time to study it properly. Thank you very much.